We hope that you never have to face a major emergency during your time here at URI. But if you do, it's important that you know the proper protective actions you should take to help keep yourself and others safe from harm. Appropriate actions taken at the right time can truly save lives. It's important that you are prepared for an emergency to happen anywhere and at any time. Always be aware of your surroundings and make sure you know your location. Discuss evacuation routes and practice lockdown and evacuation procedures regularly.
Whether you are new to the campus or are returning, make sure you are registered for the university's emergency notification system, which sends emergency alerts via text message, email, and telephone. Also be sure you are familiar with other ways you could be notified of an emergency, including the all-campus alert system, official university social media postings and announcements, as well as updates posted on our website.
To learn more about our emergency notification system, visit uri.edu/safety and click on Sign Up for Emergency Alerts. This can also be done through the eCampus portal.
To report an emergency on campus, activate any blue light phone or call 911. If you encounter an emergency while off campus, dial 911 from any phone.
When Public Safety activates the emergency notification system, they will use terminology you need to be familiar with and actions you will need to take. Lockdown means that an individual must seek immediate shelter and remain there until emergency officials issue instructions or declare that the emergency condition have ended. These conditions can include criminal acts such as an active or non-active shooter where the suspect is believed to be on the campus and possibly armed. If a criminal or violent act has occurred and the suspect is believed to be on campus, it may become necessary to lock down within the nearest campus building. Go to the nearest room or office, allowing others to seek refuge with you. Faculty and staff are requested to exercise leadership and provide direction to students. Close and lock all the doors and windows. If the doors do not have a lock, barricade it with nearby large items. Cover interior windows as well as door windows and turn off all the lights. Stay away from the windows and doors. Stay quiet and do not answer the door. Do not leave until instructed by law enforcement personnel. If you are involved in a situation where someone has entered the area and started shooting, or if you hear gunfire, or if you find yourself in a life-threatening situation, there are 3 things to remember. Avoid, deny, and defend. ADD. If possible, avoid. Get out of the situation as quick as possible. Be sure to evacuate even if others do not want to leave. Leave your belongings and find a way to get out safely. Call the URI police as soon as it is safe to do so. If you cannot get out safely, deny. Secure your location as best as you can by turning off the lights, silencing your cell phone, and concealing yourself behind large objects to keep yourself out of view. As a last resort, and if your life is at risk, defend. The first responders are there to stop the shooter. Rescue operations cannot begin until the situation has been neutralized. Please cooperate with officers and follow all directions. If you see police entering the room, make sure your hands are visible and they are empty so they will know you are not the threat. Following these guidelines will assist us in implementing a quick response to an active threat situation on campus.
Not all threats require you to lock down. In situations such as severe weather or a hazardous material incident, Public Safety will issue a shelter-in-place order. This means seeking shelter inside of a building. Be sure to enter the nearest campus building and head to the lowest level possible for severe weather, or above the ground floor for most hazardous material incidents. Use the interior rooms or hallways to shelter in place and stay away from windows. Hazardous material incidents, also known as hazmat, may include fuel, chemical, or biological spills or fires that may result in a dangerous environment. If you are involved in a hazmat incident, isolate the area and keep everyone away. If possible, post signs to warn others. If you witness a hazmat situation, evacuate the site and warn others to stay away.
In any of these situations, please call 911 or use an emergency blue light phone to report the incident. Some incidents require everyone to evacuate a particular area or building, such as a fire or because conditions outside are safer than inside. If the fire alarm is sounded, all university buildings affected will be completely and immediately evacuated. If you see or suspect a fire, remain calm and activate the nearest fire alarm and call 911. Evacuate the building using the nearest exit. Always use the stairs instead of the elevator, and do not linger near the exit so others may exit as well.
Assisting others, including persons with disabilities, is a concern to all, but you should only assist if it does not put you in personal danger. Persons with mobility needs on non-ground level floors should proceed to the nearest enclosed stairwells and wait for the fire department to arrive.
If you see a person with mobility impairment at the stairwell, report their location to the first firefighter you see when safely outside.
Visually impaired persons should have a sighted person guiding them to safety. Always ask the person if they would need or like assistance before touching them.
Inform hearing impaired persons of the emergency. Do not assume they know what is happening by watching others. If you are trapped, stuff the cracks around the doors to keep as much heat and smoke out as possible. Open any windows and signal for help. Use available phones. Once you are outside of the building, do not re-enter until fire or police officials say it is safe to do so. Gather at an emergency assembly area and report any missing individuals to emergency responders. Be sure to report all fires on campus, even if they appear to be extinguished, false, or accidental. Following these guidelines will assist us in implementing a quick response to a fire on campus.
In all the above situations, you will be given an all-clear message, either by the university's emergency notification system or by a public safety official. Please, do not re-enter an area until you have received this message. Whatever type of emergency we may encounter, each of us has a responsibility to be prepared and to take appropriate action when the time comes.
On behalf of the entire Department of Public Safety and the University of Rhode Island, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you have any questions, visit us online at uri.edu/safety. If you have additional questions, please contact the Office of Emergency Management at 401-874-4960, and we will be happy to speak with you.